This is part one on a two-part tutorial to get acquainted with the vector shapes in Photoshop and how to use them to create vector masks. So when you open up this file on your screen, if you want this to look like mine, you want to open up the Workspace Essentials. So I've got Essentials here, which is why I've got these specific tools here. But let's take a look here. We've got one layer in this image, leather boot. The other thing I want to point out here is that if you hit U on the keyboard, it will take you immediately to this series of vector shapes. Now, if you click and hover over here, you'll see you've got the basic rectangle, ellipse, triangle, polygon, line, but down here you have custom shapes. So let's take a look at that because we're going to be playing around with that. If you click on that and you go up to your top nav bar, you will see this little icon here, which is, it's a little thumbnail preview of what you've got selected in your library. Now, I will tell you that your library most likely only has flowers, boats, maybe wild animals, and leaf trees. I've got other libraries in there because I've added them. And the way you add those, and I have given you a link for 3 libraries you can add if you'd like. You will download it onto your desktop or wherever it is, and you go over here and you go to Import Shapes. And then you just point your computer to where you have it located. And these libraries have an extension of .csh. So I've already loaded those libraries, but I just want to let you know how to load them. Okay, so the next thing is, oops, cancel that. We want to take a look, before we go to part 2, we want to click on this layer. And we need to duplicate it for what we're about to do. So go over here and you can go to Duplicate Layer and click OK. You can also hold down your Option key and just select the layer, and then if you drag it, it copies it as well. So we'll move on to part 2, but for part 1, I just want to get you acquainted with the navigation of where to go to get to the shape tools and how to add them to your library. So I'll see you in part 2.